Hello one, hello all, and welcome to CinemaSins. The logo opening for the first film was pretty cool, but this outdoes it, all thanks to Uguay. Does it need to be said that staging this prologue as Chinese shadow puppetry was a masterstroke? Because it is. Forgetting why Gomen Palace had wolf guards alongside their main guards, why did they only obey Shen?
But what he did next only sealed it.
One often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it.
Find more metal!
China will be mine.
Hey, Tylon! Shen will see your British movie villain accent and raise it. Having the logo solidify from metal was a great way of showing the thematic significance of Shen corrupting the gift of gunpowder. What are these kids doing here? If they were being trained, they wouldn't be playing pretend kung fu, they would be doing the real thing.
You'll save those for me, right?
That's kinda disgusting.
Inner peace. Inner peace.
With that one bit, they fully show how Shifu has progressed, but is still learning.
It is the next phase of your training. Every master must find his path to inner peace.
Brilliant. Only in animation could you pull off that vanishing ability convincingly.
Oh, the day you were chosen as Dragon Warrior was the worst day of my life.
Not even Tylon's betrayal? Surely that was worse. I actually like that Crane has to help Poe with large falls. Shows how Poe is still learning even though he's improved. No forced character resets here, folks. Much like how the training in the first film left our Tigress, this sequence doesn't focus on Crane, but does for all the others. I've always loved how this movie shows Poe doing many of the things he dreamt about in the first film. The filmmakers go to the trouble of correctly putting Boss Wolf in this wide shot, and then miss him for the following ones? Now, the 2D animation is beautiful, but how come the peacock symbol only gives Poe a flashback now, and not when he hit Boss Wolf the first time? When Poe gets hit, Monkey's at the crowd's front, but before he lands, he's back a fair bit.
Thank you for coming to Dragon Warrior Noodles and Tofu.
Mr. Payne said he foolishly dreamt about making tofu in the first film. Great touch that, seeing Poe fulfill his dream, he's gone back to his.
The Dragon Warrior's mop.
That's a brush. If it was a mop, the bristles wouldn't be hard.
Where did I come from?
Well, you see, son, baby geese come from a little egg. Don't ask me where the egg comes from.
That's clever. I'm not denying that, but it's still an out-of-place innuendo.
Adopted.
I knew it.
You knew? Well, who told you?
No one. I mean, come on, Dad.
Props for making it clear that Poe always knew, and that he didn't ask so his dad would tell him of his own accord. Hey, Tylon's origin? Poe's origin part 1 will see a flashback with exaggerated gold heroic lighting, and raise it.
I waited for someone to come looking for you, but no one did.
In the 5 seconds Mr. Payne waited. It's a miracle only one of those bowls smashed. Assuming the characters are already speaking Chinese, and it's just translated for us, it doesn't make sense to have a non-translated word in there, even if it's one English audiences will get. We've already seen it with the wolves and gorillas, but I love how all the specific species designs seen in Poe's dream in the first film get brought to life in the sequel. There's no reason for Soothsayer to be outside except so she can conveniently witness Shen's return. Among other things, Shen can close a sizable walking distance in seconds without changing pace. And it would seem he's been passing that skill to his henchmen too.
You want to see? It's a gift. Oh, it's your parting gift. In that it will part you. Part of you here, part of you there, and part of you way over there, staining the wall.
Tylon was pretty cool, but when a villain is as delightful to watch as Shen is, there's no contest. How did word of where Poe was going get to Mr. Payne quick enough?
Hey, I don't know what those are. I've never seen them before in my life.
We've all done that when someone embarrasses our collection in front of our peers. Forgetting the lighting, there's a line going from the Jade Palace down through Poe visually just as he prepares to leave the valley he's lived his whole life in. Notice or not, it's a powerful cinematic, folks. Hey, Kung Fu Panda? Kung Fu Panda 2 will see a training montage with awesome music, and raising an action build-up montage with said music redone even better than before. Where did Poe's backpack go? Ha! Brilliant. If any shot seals this rich vision of ancient China, folks, it's this. I love matte paintings as much as the next guy, but the contrast between it and the actual tree here isn't a good contrast, folks. Nice touch how Poe's dream uses the visual language established in the first movie for his mind. A lesser movie would have incorrectly defaulted to the new visual language for his flashbacks. They expect us to believe that wouldn't also wake up the others? Nice touch how, being fighters, they can only express their feelings properly after sparring.
Your dad, the goose.
Only in animation could you get that pupil reaction. It's easy to miss, but the direction the sun shines from changes between earlier and when they arrive at Gotham City. Shen took over the palace several days ago, and he's only now taking the throne room back?
Oh, but it's so heavy, Master.
This is the most stereotypical brutish minion voice I can do. Which begs the question, how did they get the cannon up the stairs? But I do like how the gorilla guards have subtle yet notable visual differences. More than can be said for the wolves. The only reason Shen wants the soothsayer to tell his future is for his ego at it having changed. Speaks volumes of his insecurity.
Big and furry, soft and squishy, kind of plush and cuddly.
Hey, toy manufacturers, here's your product description. Get cracking, the deadline's approaching! That silk living bit is too priceless for words. Watch how the symbol starts to glow, then stops. Subtle way of showing Poe fighting the flashback. That pig already walked past Poe. They followed him in there. The movie had to have just one obvious reference. But at least it's a good Pac-Man one.
Search everywhere! What about over there? Is there a part of everywhere? I guess. Let's search there!
Wordplay Confusion, folks, is brought to you by Boss Wolf and a Wolf Minion.
Oh, it's cute.
No, it's not.
But if we stand up to Shen, he will turn the weapon on the city.
By that logic, why they don't stop him from taking on Shen makes no sense. I have to point out that since those bars are rectangular and not rounded, the cell door could not rotate like that.
Kung Fu is dead.
The movie only hints at Ox dealing with the loss of his master enough to make you wish the filmmakers tackled it properly. Poe could not self-propel a rickshaw fast enough to overtake the five. Didn't the Wasp Wolf throw that guy down? You can always picture Katzenberg saying, "Hey, we're worried that this film is going to be too dark to market. We understand you don't want to compromise it, so can you put in just enough cuteness in the sequences where it won't hurt much?" Of course, they had to have another joke involving Poe's butt.
Is that all you got? Cause it feels like I'm fighting a big old fluffy cloud. Well, this cloud is about to bring the thunder!
That pun. Given the distance the pair just flew, the five could not catch up that quick.
No way. 8-point acupressure cuffs?
Not the right time for a fan geek out moment, Poe.
Greetings, Panda. At last we meet. We meet at last. Yes, that's it.
The villain rehearsal, folks, is brought to you by Lord Shen and the Soothsayer. Love the callback to his silk living habit. You can see here that Poe's plan deception is merit. They never would have fought their way past all those armor-armed wolves.
Ah, my old enemy. Stairs.
Funniest line in the whole movie there, folks.
Greetings, Panda. We meet at...
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
I like the rehearsed version better. Love his disappointment at not getting it all out. Where did the debris from the Molo cannon go? Wow, the cinematography, music, and everything makes it clear that they actually could die, animated film or not. Forgetting that the Mantis action figure was back at the boat, at no point could Poe have swapped it for the real Mantis when they were captured. How come the symbol this time lets Poe see Shen in the flashback? There is no way that gorilla could escape given how quickly the attack starts. Letting the red lightning dominate to showcase the scale of Shen's power really works, folks. Based on past examples, it would take longer than half a second between lighting that cannon and it shooting. They can't just fight their way through? It's all wood, not exactly a challenge. Crane had his hat on mere moments ago. Why did it switch back to Monkey holding it again? Oh come on, a fall like that? No way!
The year of the peacock begins now.
Right now? Because it's the middle of the year, so you'd only get like a half of the year of the peacock.
The Chinese zodiac calendar joke is funny, but it's also on the nose. Seems that Hug's done the rest of the five enough that their positions change around.
Maybe you can't watch me be killed?
Stop being a wimp.
And she's back.
Hey Monkey, come on, it's Mantis's role to be the dry, witty one.
Will the subjugation of the whole world finally make you feel better?
I'm pretty sure medieval China knew the world was bigger than that.
As a start, I might also convert the basement into a dungeon.
I could listen to Shen's taunts all day, folks.
My parents hated me.
They loved you so much that having to send you away killed them.
The dead exist in the past, and I must attend to the future.
This film series sure loves making its villains deny redemption, but it gives them real depth, so it's all good.
Set the soothsayer free. She's no use to me.
Shen has no logical reason for setting her free rather than killing her, except so she can help Po later. The movie has officially run out of use for Boss Wolf.
Here's your New Year's gift! Hope you like it, cause you can't return it!
Again with the Zodiac calendar thing, it wouldn't matter if it wasn't put in so obviously to impress the audience. The Five's plan was to light up those barrels to bring down the factory, but given how easily they put them out once they see Po, there's no reason the wolves couldn't have done the same. Poor execution.
Are you willing to die to find the truth?
You bet I am! Although I prefer not to.
Poking fun at cliches, folks, is brought to you by Lord Shen and Po. I like how the wolves' eyes are demon red in some sequences, a stylistic choice that enhances them as non-incompetent minions. You see that wok, folks? It's the same wok that Po smashed into Tai Lun during their shell game in the first movie. Being metal, it makes sense to be stolen, so the Easter egg is justified.
Your parents didn't love you.
What's really great is that Shen's not lying. He's just talking about his belief about his parents, not Po's. He's damn messed up. Forgetting what compelled the soothsayer to come here, how did she get here before Po? The Scar's origin, folks, is brought to you by Boss Wolf and Li Shan. I'm pretty sure that toy panda would have decayed after 30 years. As soon as the inner piece starts, the sequence becomes a masterpiece. The lighting changes to gold before it morphs to CG. Great way of pulling the transition off seamlessly. Having the gold glow fade with Po's mom as she is killed is too powerful for words, folks. Darn it, I just want to reach out and hug Po. What could have been a gimmicky flashback is instead the best part of the movie, as Po and the audience realise everything he's accomplished and become through his mom's sacrifice. How did the Five get captured? They were fighting fine last we saw. On this side of the shadow puppetry, we can't see the puppeteer. When we see him, his shadow is with the shadows of the puppets.
I always thought I'd meet a nice girl and settle down, and then she'd eat my head.
I let it go before, but the joke of how mantises live is overdone here.
How many times do I have to kill the same stinking panda?
More times than you can, Shen. He's got a third movie coming out in a few weeks.
Shen! A panda stands between you and your...
It's as if the filmmakers heard what I said about the rhinos not being able to hear Vashir in the first movie, and took it into account. How would that axe have shattered Mantis' cage? It took Po and the 5 days to get here, yet Shifu's powerful enough to manage it in a few hours. Shen's ship blasted away all the ships in front of it, yet it's the last one to leave the harbour. Also, all those wolves saw Shen attack his own to attack Po, and they're still following him? The raw power of this sequence, folks. Wow, they actually lead us to believe Po is sacrificing himself. The color clashing that's happened throughout reaches its high here. I don't need to explain it by now, just let it sink in, folks. The whooshy finger hold was pretty cool, but the Zen Ball Master technique is easily more climatic and thematically powerful.
How did you do it?
You know, you just keep your elbows up and keep the shoulders loose.
Too brilliant for words.
The only thing that matters is what you choose to be now.
You're right.
Then I choose this!
Hey, Shen! Shen will see you denying redemption, and raise it. Shen is ultimately killed by the gift of gunpowder that he corrupted. Powerful dramatic irony right there, folks. Everyone else is wet and torched. Why isn't Shifu? That's a mean glare on that kid's mug. It's obviously done to keep the focus on Po and Mr. Ping, but the pig mom and kid are missing from a lot of the shots. Where did that poster go? If I could pick one reason for people to watch this movie, it's how sincerely it treats the matter of adoption. It's especially amazing how powerful it is given that Po and Mr. Ping only have 3 scenes in the whole movie. That's a Matty painting feat, spanning all of China. It's easy to miss, but all the male pandas in this shot are clearly using Po's character model. Love how this one continues the tradition of further establishing the characters during the credits. For all those people who just view these films as chopstick films for the little ones, consider this. When was the last time you saw martial art films that were genuinely good, much less as good as these? I didn't even mention the score! It builds upon the first one and is epic and bombastic, and I could listen to it all day. Hey, Poe showing the Dragon Scroll to kids? Poe will see your meaningful end credit shot, and raise it a shot of Poe and Shifu practicing inner peace together. -19. Shen sure propelled this one to a high score.